everyone, and welcome back to the channel, Life as a Law Student. Believe it or not, this is the final video I will ever publish as any version of a law student. I graduated in May, so really that's when the law studentness ended, but I am getting sworn in this week as an attorney in Illinois. So that means that as of November 18th, 2022, this girl right here that you saw before she even started law school is going to be a full-on lawyer, attorney, esquire, whatever you want to put at the end of my name. And I cannot tell you how amazing that feels and how exciting that is to finally have that last milestone behind me so I can just get the heck on with this career that I've been so excited to embark on for the last decade. That being said, getting here has not been easy. I've been very blessed with a God who loves me and a family who supports me and the money that I needed along the way to get here, but it has definitely had its ups and a lot of downs, some of which you guys have seen. The most recent one was the process of moving here, but before we get into that, I want to actually show you a little tour of my apartment. Messy as it is, here is the first view of the apartment from the front door. Let's start over here with the living room. So first thing we've got is my nice little trash pile, and then my little utility shelf full of tools, party supplies, crafting, and gifts for future presents. Here is my brand new couch. It is very comfortable. I'm pretty pleased with it. Over there I've got a little side table, a lamp, and some blankets hiding down there. Nice radiant heat throughout the apartment, which I am utilizing today because it is 30 degrees outside. A couple little leaves hanging onto the tree in my view, which is very nice. I also have a little balcony, which isn't getting much use right now, but I will definitely tell you guys about my plans for that in the future. Pivoting over to the right, I've got my nice little display bookshelf with a lot of games and movies and pictures of my family. We got the king looking over us, and eventually I will have not only this guitar but my other guitar on the wall as well. Here is the hanging chair you guys know and love from the St. Louis apartment. One of the few things that survived the disaster I will tell you about in a few minutes. This wall will not be blank forever. In fact, my diplomas, which are hiding right now under their newspaper and cardboard cutouts, are going to be displayed up there, but for now it is just a blank wall. And this is my new desk and chair. Very excited about it. It is built so well, and I really think it's just a beautiful classic piece that I'm very excited to call mine. Don't mind the tools, again, that is for diploma hanging later today. Here is the coffee table that's also from St. Louis. It has seen better days, but you know, it's serving its purpose right now, and that's about all I can say about that. Here is my dining room. We've got a couple bonus chairs over in the corner that will be making their way out of here, but everything else is here permanently. I have this beautiful set of table and chairs, probably the most expensive thing in this apartment, to be honest. Felt very adult picking that out at the store. Then we got some used bar stools that I'm very excited about. My little mug cart, repurposed from being a nightstand in the past. And a little shelves, which are displaying all of my nice little trinkets and candles for my guests to pick out what they want the air to smell like when they visit. We'll move into the kitchen in a moment, but first, let's explore the bedroom. I'm very pleased with this space. Over here, we've got a bookshelf filled with all kinds of storage, from books to jewelry to scarves to hats to filming equipment, records, and laundry. And the reason the laundry is there is because in this nice little cutout is my washer and dryer. Here's my bed, which I made just for you. A little bench with some storage in it. And this is the little decor. I feel like it's A little bit of college dorm vibes, but I like it. And I like having all my favorite things on display for me to see and appreciate every day. Over here we've got my dresser, which the dresser and the bookshelf are both from the used furniture store that I got my desk from. I'm very happy with both of them. They came in actually excellent condition, and then I immediately ruined it with a water spill. You can see the shape of my phone imprinted into the top of the dresser, which was just lovely 1 week after buying it. Anyway, moving right along, I got a little cabinet with some more little trinkets and things from home. The mirror you guys have seen in many an Instagram post. And then this right here is my lovely closet, which goes all the way from this end to that end. I'm sure you'll see the closet in a future video, so I won't explore that now. But you can see the rest of the room. Before we leave this room, though, let me tell you about Tapata, the sponsor of today's video. First, I want to try on this black blazer. Now, you can probably tell just from me holding it up that it is an oversized blazer, but what you can't tell just from looking at it is how soft it is. I really remember this from when I reviewed their pants a couple months ago. Everything is thick, feels like good quality, but is almost like a sweatpant material in a way that still looks very professional. There's not an excess of like starch and structure that's going to keep you from being comfortable even while you look professional. So I really appreciate that, and this blazer definitely embodies that type of style if that's something that you're interested in or looking for in your professional wardrobe. I've decided from wearing it in the past that this is my favorite way to style this blazer, is just with a shorter professional dress, because the lines are very close and it almost gives the illusion of a blazer dress, even though it's definitely not what I'm wearing. So let me come up a little closer and you can see for yourself. Again, it's very soft, very bendable and movable. And this blazer in particular is quite oversized. On me, I'm wearing a small. I'm a 5'4" and about 115 pounds. So if that's you, you can see how this would fit you. I think this might be a little bit more oversized than I would usually go for, but it's fun to experiment with a different style. Next is the blue blazer that they sent me, which is much more of a traditional shape, except for the fact that there isn't a, what is that called, like a lapel, like there's no collar that folds over itself like a traditional suit jacket. However, there's still the illusion of a collar, and it's undoubtedly a work professional environment blazer. It also does have a button here, which you may or may not be able to see, but it is a hidden button if you actually do close it up. The button doesn't show through, so it's kind of a unique look. Something I really do like here is the neckline. Again, you can see that there isn't a folding over part of the collar, but it does rise up the neck a little bit, which I really like. And I think that this one fits, at least me, perfectly. This is exactly the kind of fit that I'm looking for in a light, day-to-day kind of blazer. And the color is really nice too, nice dark blue. Last but not least is this classic baby blue button-up from Tapata. It has button-up cuffs that you could roll or not. A beautiful collar that is very starchy and firm. I don't think it's gonna flop throughout the day. And I think a very flattering neckline in the front here. You may or not be able to tell, but I paired it with Tapata's capri dress pants. And something else that you may not be able to tell is that this is actually a bodysuit. So it is attached in such a way that it is not going to be untucking itself throughout the day, which for all of you out there who have worn a dress shirt, you know, is kind of frustrating, especially when you're wearing something that's not high-waisted like these are. It's a constant struggle to fix. So I really love that Tapata has embraced this new trend in fashion technology and incorporated it into the work world. This is definitely something that will be getting a lot of use in my wardrobe. All right, back on the tour. We are moving into the kitchen, but wait, the pantry is right here. So we'll open that up. You can get a nice little view of all of the food that I'm eating on a typical week of working at an attorney's office. I don't feel like there's anything too surprising in here, but there you go. In the kitchen, we've got all new appliances, so that's very nice. And I got some brownies sitting on the stove. If you ever visit me, I'll be happy to bake for you. Little spices, appliance corner. As you can see, there's not a ton of storage in here. That's about it. So a lot of the appliances and things like that are just living on the counter permanently, but that's fine. I have a little baby dishwasher. It's about half the size of a normal one, but I'm just thrilled, honestly. You can see the bottom of my sink. I feel like that is something to be proud of right there. All right, there you go. There's my kitchen. And last but not least, the bathroom. I'll try not to get any weird mirror shots here. Just a lot of storage under there and there. I've organized the counter a little bit to have towels and things I'm using on a daily basis easily accessible. Over here is the shower and all of the bathroom accoutrements that you are accustomed to seeing in my vlogs from while I was in law school in St. Louis. This is my little organizing system above the toilet here. And that's about it. So I hope you guys liked the apartment. I have been working very hard for the last month to finalize the move-in process. The only thing left to do is to hang up those diplomas that you saw on the floor, which is going to be my project later today, but I really needed to finally film this video and tell you guys what's been going on. So I moved here just about a month ago, and I gave myself only a few days to get settled into the apartment before starting work full-time. So I have been working at the state's attorney's office, in which I now have a position, for about 4 weeks now. And I probably will do a separate video on how that's going and what my day-to-day looks like in the future, but we'll get to that later. The last couple weeks have been very hectic because my parents very kindly came to help me move in so we would have it all done before I started work. But when I arrived at the apartment and I got my storage unit from St. Louis, which had all my furniture and everything in it, you probably have noticed it's not the furniture that I have now, and that is because everything got destroyed by water damage while in storage. It was pretty devastating and very frustrating. So instead of being able to move into my apartment, I had to spend all of the time with my parents just shopping to replace everything. It was truly a disaster, and I could not be more grateful for all of the friends and family that offered their support through prayers, letting me vent, even financially, during that time. But in spite of all of that, we did get everything into the apartment, and I did have to start work on the day I had given, which was only a few days later. So I didn't have time to fully organize and settle and get everything on the wall like I thought I would before I started work. So that's why it's taken so long to make this video, because the apartment just wasn't done, even kind of enough to show you guys and show it off as my new home for the foreseeable future. But now that it's been a month, I've been working very hard in all of my off time to get it the way that I want it, and I feel like we are finally just about there. So I felt good about making this video and not delaying it any further. A lot of other things have also been going on the last month, which don't really have anything to do with the apartment, so I'm not going to talk about them here. But I'm really looking forward to starting my career, getting this job fully underway, having a regular cash flow, which will be very nice, and seeing what the future of this channel is going to look like. I brought it up a couple times, both in my email updates that some of you have subscribed to via my website and on this channel in the last couple videos, but I still don't really have a solution. I'm not sure going forward if I'm going to rename this channel, just create a new playlist on this channel, make a podcast. I really don't know. So if you have any opinions, feel free to reach out to me or leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Either way, I definitely want to continue engaging with this community, although the upload schedule, whatever it is probably going to look more like it has the last couple months than it did a year ago. So more like every month or two making a video as opposed to every week like I used to. All of the videos that I made while I was in law school or applying for law school or graduating from law school, all of that is going to stay on this channel forever. It will always be free and available to anybody who wants it and thinks they can benefit from it. I also, if you guys continue to have questions about law school or need advice as time goes on about it and the process, will always be available to try and answer those questions as best as I can, because that's why I made this channel in the first place. Everything else is just kind of bonus gratification for anyone who cares about my journey beyond law school as well. It has been an absolute pleasure and privilege to serve as a guide or example or warning for so many of you throughout the last 3 years, and I hope that it's been meaningful to you as well. Thanks again to Tapata for sponsoring this video, and thanks to all of you for continuing to support me as I get to live my dream here in sunny Illinois. We literally had our first snow yesterday, and I'm like, not quite ready for it, but this is what I signed up for, much to my family's chagrin and maybe mine. Either way, I will see you guys soon, and I hope that in the meantime you subscribe if you haven't already, give this video a like, shout me out in the comments, and God bless until next time.